There are several ways to create new objects based on the shape of existing objects. The extract feature is one of them. However, did you know that you can also turn sculpted detail directly into a new object? Let's see how it works. For this, we're going to give Gerald some hair. This trick uses morph target controls, so let's go open up the subpalette for morph target. So let's store a morph target, and let's zoom in on his head. So I've got symmetry turned on. If you don't have it on, you can hit X on the keyboard. And I'm just going to start masking off where his hair should grow from. Just want to get a bigger brush here so I can cover more area faster. And I'm just brushing around, covering up where the hair should be. Okay, great, pretty simple. All right, I'm going to hold down Control and click in an open area to invert that mask. All right, time to start sculpting the hair. I'm going to get the clay brush. I'm going to hit B, C, and let's get clay buildup. All right, I'm just going to start sculpting on some hair. Let me decrease my draw size a little bit here. And just going to sculpt on some hair. Really nothing too fancy at this point. Just want to get the overall shape and volume created. Let's see how this looks. Okay, not too bad, maybe a bit more. All right, maybe I'll turn off symmetry just for the last little bit here so it doesn't look too overly symmetrical. All right, good enough for now. Once you're happy with your basic hair shape, you want to go to Morph Target and click on Create Difference Mesh. What this does is it creates a new tool. So let's go click on it. So what this is doing is it looks at the difference between the two states of the morph target, the before and after. And it takes any polygons that change between the two and breaks them out as a new model. So I'm going to turn on polyframe here, and you can see that the inside, all these faces are one polygroup, and that's the polygroup of the original model, and then the outside polygroup is the faces of everything that got sculpted on. Okay, we can turn off polyframe. Now you might notice that the edge is pretty jagged, so let's go ahead and smooth that out. I'm just going to hold down Shift. Actually, let me turn on symmetry as well. So I'll hit X, and we can just start sculpting that. Actually, one thing to notice, I'm going to undo that really quick, Control Z, is there's a mask actually on the inside, but it's invisible. So let's go to masking, turn on view mask, and you can see that the ZBrush actually masks that, but it makes the mask invisible. So let's go ahead and clear that mask. And now I'm just going to smooth out that edge a little bit so it's not quite so jagged. Okay. And actually, let's just smooth everything a little bit. All right. So now this is a separate subtool. So what we need to do is get this model into the model with Gerald. So I'm going to go to Subtool and copy it. And then we'll go back to our Gerald model. And what I want to do is now remove this sculpting that's on him. So let's go back to Morph Target and click Switch. So now it goes back to the way it was before. And now we can just clear that masking. Masking clear. We'll go to Subtool and we'll paste in that hair from the other tool. So there you have a start on a new hair subtool. You can see that it's pretty similar to the extract feature, but with the added advantage of having that extraction being more sculptural rather than just thickened out in the same amount all over.